And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fusel. Another beautiful Friday for you to kick off the race weekend. We had a big day yesterday, big day tomorrow with Maryland Pride in the Champions Handicapping Tournament. But 3 carryovers today resulting from some big prices yesterday. You were all over them yesterday. Nice stat play you had there with the Derek Parham horse Seeking the Sunset at a big price. That was one of 2 wins jockey Eddie Gonzalez had yesterday. Trainer Bruno Tessori, Bacharach Racing, they teamed up for 2 wins yesterday. So good day yesterday. Nice picks by you.
Sophia's an Angel.
That's right.
Video spotlight. Prado with a good ride. Was able to kind of navigate a little path up her stretch. The leader got the drifting out. Looked like Sophia Angel wanted to be guided out. She shifted back in and really won with something in reserve. Nice move outside to inside for that filly. But, yeah, prices, plenty of prices. Are stringing along 5 of 6 yesterday for the Rainbow Pick 6. That paid $7.59.
If you can catch some prices today, you might take home some big scores. Let's show you the carryovers we have, starting with the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 5 today on the 10-race program. There's the carryover, $12,162 for the Rainbow Pick 6. We had no singles going into the last race yesterday. Another challenging sequence today for the Pick 6. Then a nice carryover today in the late Pick 5 starting in race 6. There's the carryover, a little shy of $5,400 in today's late Pick 5. Late Pick 5 starting in race 6 with that industry low 12% takeout. So both those are going to be well played today. I have a ticket for the late Pick 5 starting race 6. That's a very challenging, wide-open maiden special weight with 5 runners in there. I just hit the all button there in race 6 for my late Pick 5. You like the late Pick 4 today, starting race 7.
Yeah, I got to keep it a little bit smaller ticket. I tell you, stretch out here. Racing office has done a phenomenal job. Everybody, have done a good job putting together some big, quality, contentious fields, which is giving you this value on this product. So jump in today. I do like the late Pick 4. I'm going to dabble a little bit, maybe play a smaller ticket on that late Pick 5 and the Rainbow 6.
We'll have a carryover as well in race 1 for the rolling super high 5 that has a low 15% takeout as well. But let's show you what we have going on tomorrow. Maryland Pride Day here at Laurel Park. Maryland Racing, Maryland Food, and Maryland Drink. It's going to be a big day. We have a free Maryland Jockey Club polo shirt we're going to give you when you buy a program. That's a nice giveaway. Nice job by the marketing department having a nice snazzy polo giveaway at the end of the summertime. And there's the stakes, 4 $75,000 stakes for Maryland Breds, named after some of the top Maryland Breds of all time. Ben's Cat, Jamila, Sagamore Spirit, they'll be here. Jailbreak Brewing Company will be here. Some great racing tomorrow. 4 stakes, and the other 8 races are phenomenal as well.
I love the card tomorrow. And return, we'll see John Jones back on this turf course, getting back to 6 frontals. That was a tough little race to kind of line. I hedged. I think public, they like John Jones. I think the money will come in on him. But
English Minister is going to be tough in there. He's a 6-furlong turf freak.
Yeah, and he was kind of against that bias last time in New York.
I like a Bernie Houghton first-time starter, a Jay-Bird first-time starter, Parade of Nations horse in the opening tomorrow. Remember,
that's right. I remember
the
that.
half-sister Parade of Nations, I think. They're all named Parade something.
Yes.
But remember the half-sibling at Pimlico won first time out at a big price for a Jay-Bird and Bernie Houghton.
I'm not mistaken. That horse reeled off and had a pretty good career.
That was Parade of Nations, I think, right?
And it maybe got up into the 2 other than company.
Yep. All right, so that horse is half-sibling in the first race tomorrow. We had Bernie Houghton on the radio show last night. He likes all the runners he has tomorrow. Of course, Crab Cakes, his stable star, making her turf debut tomorrow on Maryland Pride Day. If you like the handicapping tournaments, we have a big one tomorrow. The Champions Handicapping Tournament, over $33,000 in prizes. It's also a qualifying tournament for some of the biggest tournaments around, the National Handicapping Tournament, the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge, and the big one. You can qualify for one of those big ones right here at Laurel Park this Saturday. This will be up there in the sports bar, a phenomenal venue for these handicapping tournaments. I've been up there before while they've had the handicapping tournaments at that new sports bar, second floor of the clubhouse. That's a great spot to have it. You can sign up now. More details on the laurelpark.com website. The entry blank is on the website as well, or you can just walk up tomorrow and sign up. It's a $100 entry fee, and you need a $200 tournament bankroll. So $300 to play. Big tournament tomorrow.
I got to get that bankroll today. Maybe I can make it today and turn it around tomorrow. Might need a beard though to play for me. We'll see.
All right, so that's all going on tomorrow. Let's show you both tracks today here at Laurel Park. We're fast and firm. The turf is beautiful. We're on the bowl game in the Fort Marcy turf courses today. And let's what's the weather today? 80s, mid 80s. Okay, it's gonna be hot today.
Yeah.
Hot today, 90s. A little humid out here today. Fast and firm. But that's all right. They got the AC cranked up nice up there in the garden terrace and tips and everything. Get a nice trackside table up there, tips. So let's get right to it here.
Let's go.
Race 1's a nice maiden special weight. We'll start the rolling super high 5 here in race 1. That bet has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses. They don't hit it here in race 1. Keep your eye on that, and that'll carry over to the not the second. Yeah, we'll carry over to race 2.
Race 2,
and they'll just keep on carrying until they hit it. So keep your eye on the rolling super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. We have a nice carryover today in the late pick 5. The early pick 5, as always, a mandatory payout here on the early pick 5. Trainer Michael Stidham has 2 well-bred first-time starters here in the opener. Some maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs now. 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course, rail setting at 87 feet. And we both go with the 8 on top here. Ask Stacy, a 2-year-old filly by Magician, who's the young Galileo sire. Magician won the Breeders' Cup turf, I believe, at Santa Anita. Got a 107 buyer with that Breeders' Cup turf win. Trained by Aidan O'Brien, was second in the Arlington Million as well. So a solid young turf sire here with Magician. The Dam Delmarva by Unbridled Song. She was 2 for 10. She made almost 100,000. Her game was going long on the turf. She did win an A other than going long on the turf at Saratoga. That's a pretty nice win. This filly has some nice siblings. One made 136,000. Another one made 82. Another one made 79. So this filly comes from a nice family. She's been working well up there on the synthetic. In the main track up there at Fair Hill. We saw Stidham score with the debut runner Elsa for Godolphin. This is a well-bred Shell Evans homebred here. Number 8, Ask Stacy with Sheldon Russell.
Yeah, he's got a good gauge there, a little barometer with Elsa to see how they measure up. So
right.
You got. I think he might have this race surrounded with the 1 and the 8. Both first-time starters look like they're working together at Fair Hill, and both bred to handle the turf. And really do well early when you break it down. The 1, Clear as Day by Sky Mesa. Sky Mesa's over the last 5 years, 17% with 2-year-old firsters on the turf.
All right.
Okay, sprinting on the turf. So that works well enough for me. You look at the 1, Clear as Day, the Dam Much Obliged was 5 for 16 on the grass. Graded stakes place. This filly has a half by the name of Conscription. You might remember that one from running around here. Broke its maiden at Pimlico, I believe, in its 3rd start, but also ran very well in its debut run on the turf. So one of these 2, these Stidham runners, I think, is going to get it done in the opener. And he's doing quite well now. We talked about a year or 2 ago, he came in here with some horses, and they just got their heads caved in when you really break it down. He's kind of revamped it, said, okay, I mean business when I'm coming into Maryland, because you got to.
Yep.
We're loaded here. So he comes in with 2 runners. I think both of them are well prepped, going to make a good account for themselves.
And the 1 hole going 5.5 on the turf, that's a tough assignment, but going 6 furlongs on the turf, the 1 post position, not as much of a compromise. She'll have plenty of room down the straightaway, down the back stretch, and plenty of room for that long stretch there. So I'm not worried about the 1 hole. The Clear as Day gets here for the debut. So we both like the Stidham runners. The 6, Sexiama, Ashley Castrenzi had a 2-win day yesterday here at Laurel Park. She rides this filly for Jerry O'Dwyer. Jerry O'Dwyer with a win yesterday as well. This filly's done nothing wrong her last couple since getting on the turf. A couple real good seconds against maiden special weight right here at Laurel.
Is it a little bit of a tell, though? Lynch rode Sexiama last time. Rode She's Divine last time. He ends up, right, Stan, on the 1.
For Stidham, yeah.
To me, that's a little bit of a tell. But Sexiam has done nothing wrong. 2 good efforts, very game to the wire last time. You talked about Castrenzi. What a nice patient ride she gave on Matinee Babe in the last race last night. Had speed, just took back. Beautiful ride for her and got the job done by a dwindling neck or so in the nightcap. I'll throw the 2 in there. She's Divine for Proctor. Well met in debut, bet down to 2-1. A good effort on the dirt. Turf, I couldn't find a whole lot there when you dug a little deeper. Long shot user underneath. I would use Hammy's horse, the 3-horse Money from Heaven, if you're looking for a price. Half the Rocky Policy, winless on the grass, but did run awfully fast in its 12 starts.
All right, Rocky Policy. Is that the Dale Capuano horse in tomorrow in one of the stakes?
Might be.
That is Rocky Policy, right? Yeah, she made a bunch of money on it. It hasn't won on the turf, but she's made
and run fast, and she's run fast, like in the 90s.
And won a bunch of money on the turf. All right, so Hammy could be live there with a long shot. Victor Carrasco on the 3. A nice maiden special weight there in race 1 to kick off all the action. We're way over time.
Let's roll it. We'll get the speed capping.
Race 1. Here we go. Race 2. We kick off the early pick 4, claiming 7,500 for 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, going 6 furlongs on the main track. Video spotlight to show you of the 2. King's House from the Casey Cartagena barn. 7-year-old is going to be ridden by the Bug Boy, Joan Rosado, today. Here's the video from late July against Allowance Company here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and you see King's House. It was a pretty salty field. Shane's Jewel, third-place finisher, came back to win the other day. King's House down towards the inside. Number 2 that day, kind of worked off of an inside trip to really come back willingly to the wire. Only beaten 2 3/4 lengths in that race. 6 furlongs right now might be the perfect fit. Was up at Charlestown on August 9th. 4.5, just a little too short from her. He's had a tendency to break a little slow. He's got to break clean. If he does, I think he gets a forward stalking position in here and can kind of roll with it. Last time he was in for a condition, he galloped over the Laurel Park surface. I also like the 5 Gotham News, looking for some pace up front. First time off the claim for trainer Amanda Rawlings, teaming up with owner Neil Birch. Neil Birch always with Kieran. So I got this call. I'm like, what's going on here? Amanda Rawlings, Neil Birch. This horse, I think, will fire from the back of the pack.
How about, all right, so we like the same 4 horses here. The 6 Tam Tam Attack's going to be one of your favorites on the outside with the 7-pound apprentice. Antonio Quills, a good third last out as your favorite against Nickel Starter Allowance, and maybe a slightly easier bunch today for the 6 Tam Tam Attack.
No doubt. Horse worked itself down, gallop for the nickel condition, and a little tougher bunch. Final forms have been a pretty consistent starter type. Yeah, going to be the favorite in here. I think a little vulnerable at a short price.
All right, so a salty group of 7,500 beaten claimers there in race 2. We're back to the turf for the 3rd race, going a mile and a 16th on the ball game turf course. Rail setting at 17 feet, claiming 7,500 for 3-year-olds and upward. The 1A, the Cat Man Can. I like to have a horse like this. He's been in awfully good form recently. He still ran well last out when they took the race off the turf and run on the main track. They stayed in that day. They wanted to make sure they had the good turf preference to get right back in here. Daniel Centeno will ride for Jamie Ness today. The 1A, the Cat Man Can. My top pick, been right there. His last 4 races on the turf, been all good races. His last win came at this level this past May at Pimlico.
Pretty steady, going to be fairly close to the pace, I would think, in here. Kind of a grinder, looks like maybe the best finisher of the group. Going to be a shorter price, probably falling that 2-1 range. Here's Johnny on a little bit of a drop. Should take some play. He looks like he could be the speed. I think he's going to need to get a relaxed flow because that last little 16th of a mile, it's a little bit dicey for Here's Johnny. I go to the inside, towards the inside with the 4 Jose Seaview. I'm going to take both the Stories horses again. This guy is on a roll right now. Jose Seaview, he's not quite the horse he was last summer, but hedging forward with some trouble. I think this is the right move. The blinkers come off, back to Laurel Park. He's done well over this turf course. He's run fast enough. I think he's got to come back to that form. He's not quite there yet, but I think today's the day. I think he's going to sit a good trip from mid-pack.
You get Prado, and Prado showed everybody he's still the master yesterday with that, and he had a nice win on Sophia as an Angel yesterday. So I like the 4 as well. We both like the 1A and the 4. The 8, we both like the 8 a little bit here as well. The 8, Shandy and Kean gets Mario Pino aboard for Ferris Allen. This horse kind of been hanging around at this level his last 4 races. A good third last out behind the Catman Can. So if I like the Catman Can, then I have to like the 8, Shandy and Kia here.
Yeah, absolutely dream trip last time out. You see the short kind of flattened out, and you see he doesn't really gain that final 1/8 of a mile. He's going to have to show a little bit more finish. But he's, pretty consistent form. He's going to be a tough horse to leave out of your tries and your superfectas.
A long shot I like in here, the 11. The rest is history for trainer Mike Duralis. The barn having a strong summer meet. J.D. Acosta on the 7-year-old son of Broken Vow. Now, he had a big third at 75-1 at this level last September. He's had a long winter break. He's had 2 races off the bench coming back this year. A turf sprint where that's not his game. And then they kept him in. They kept him in on the main track last out when it came off the turf. They wanted to make sure they got in this spot. I'll take a shot with the 11. The rest is history. Probably can't win it, but I think might be able to get a piece of it at a big price.
You're getting a 30% trainer in that 20 to 30-1 range. Don't get beat by it. Use this horse up and down, and maybe in that third hole in your trifectas.
All right, so nice turf route there in the third. Race 4 is going to kick off the middle pick 4. We're on the main track going 5.5 furlongs, claiming $25,000 for 3-year-old fillies. We have a video spotlight to show you. We both like the 1 Queen to Checkmate for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. Here's the race from May 5th against open 35,000 straight 3-year-old fillies. A nice win back on May 5th for Queen to Checkmate.
Came and got the speed of YOS when that one shook clear. A determined run. Got a nice trip. Just inside, shifted out, closed determinedly to get up. Now, we haven't seen this horse since May the 5th. 2 wins off the claim. You go back before the claim, numbers weren't even remotely the Claudio numbers, okay? Now we've got the Claudio numbers, a 62 buyer, a 71 buyer. This horse, okay, drops back a little bit. A little stat for Claudio, negative stat. I'm going to use this horse a little bit underneath. I think both the 1 and the 2 are suspect in here, but Queen to Checkmate Claudio, 0 for 6 with winners last out and off a 61 to 180-day layoff over the last couple of years. I don't like that. These 2 might run 1-2 at what, even money and 8 to 5.
Sure.
I think this is a great time to step in and try to beat these horses. On the hop, the 2 horse for Wayne Potts. Wayne's having a little struggle here of late. Was a vet scratch 6 days ago for $10,000.
Whew.
Boy, it must be feeling awfully good to be right back in for 25. What do you make of that move? I don't know what to make of that move. You look at the numbers, gaudy compared to the rest of the field, but something smells fishy to me in race 4. I'll probably get beat, but I go with the horse that's in form and a riser here, the 3-horse Ginger-esque for Jerry Robb, moving right back up the ladder. Showed a little promising debut back in March. Last time out, a good determined run. Protects this horse up the ladder, back with straight 3-year-olds. I'll take a shot. Ginger-esque, you're going to get a decent price. With this 1 and the 2, just they look too good. Okay, they just look too good.
Well, and you got a bug boy, even though he's a good riding bug boy, Rosado. Nonetheless, he's still a bug boy on the favorite here, the 2 on the hop. You know Pino is going to give the 3 a smart ride.
Sure.
He's probably just going to be sitting back, spying both of them down the backstretch, plotting his move, his turning for home. He'll be live turning for home for sure with the 3 Ginger-esque. We both like that filly. Yeah, maybe a little suspect with the 2 on the hop. The 4 Queen of Schmooze, a nice win last out at this level for Hammy Smith. Edwin Gonzalez, he's won on this filly by done talking. He's won on this filly twice now. So she's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. You have her in your exacta.
Yeah.
She'll be a nice price in this field.
You know what you get with her. She's consistent as the day is long. She got good tactical speed. She's going to move up into the flow of this race by the time they hit the quarter pole, and she'll grind you to death. She's not super fast, but she's honest, and that's what I like in here when I'm against 2 heavy favorites.
All right, box to 1, 2, 3, 4 there in race 4. Maybe get the 12-1 shot, Ginger-esque on top. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 5 today. Nice carryover, over 12,000. It's going to be well played. We have a nice carryover and a late pick 5 as well. We'll take a look at all of that right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
All right, welcome back. Things heating up here at the Laurel Park Historic Paddock. Nice carryovers today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 and the late Pick 5. There's the carryover in the Pick 6. Going to start race 5 today, $12,100. $162. This will be over $20,000 when it's all said and done today for race 5. It's a nice, challenging 2 other than allowance for one of the features of the day here in race 5 to kick off the pick 6. I'll have a ticket today for the late pick 5 starting in race 6. But yeah, race 5, a 2 other than. Optional claiming $25,000. Filly mares 3 and up. We're going a mile and a 16th on the Fort Marcy turf course rail at 87 feet. My price play of the day. You like this horse a little bit as well. The 8 Enthrall. Just because I think the 5's going to be a short price favorite in here, and I think it just is beatable. So I'll take a shot with probably what's going to be your second price horse in here. That's the 8 Enthrall, 9-2. The Hall of Famer Edgar Prado aboard for Chucky Lawrence. Didn't run very well. Ran okay last out on a yielding turf course. I think this filly by Bernardini, a Darley bred horse out of an elusive quality mare, so some nice turf breeding here. I think she wants a firm turf course better. She ran better on the firm turf here at Laurel 2-back. I'll take a shot with the 8 Enthrall. I think she'll get a nice stalking trip on the outside with a Hall of Famer. So I'll try to beat the favorite here with the 8 Enthrall.
Yeah, she'll take aim on the 1 Conjecture. I think So Innocent, the 4 horse for the Frocks and P&H will be close as well. I really like the way So Innocent ran last time, the 4 horse. She's done nothing but good pretty much for this group after they reached in and claimed her. And the 28th, you talk about that race, the yielding turf course. We saw Quick Witted in a video yesterday. Really relished it, was outside and made a big sustaining run. You see the short comment on this horse though, So Innocent. 3 to 4 wide, bid kept trying. I like the heart that she showed. She might be the survivor, I think, of the ones that are going to be forward in here. But the 5, Esquisse, I guess we'll call it, for Motion. Yeah, 1 to 2, I think she's going to be that. 1 to 2, 3 to 5. She looks a little vulnerable to me, but there's a stat that I saw, and he kind of said, okay, we'll go ahead and ride her out in this one. 9 for 24 is Motion with turf favorites the last 2 years at Laurel. Right. Pretty strong percentage. Yeah. She's going to be a short price. There's no tricky escapes in here. Mile and 16th, I just think she's, even though she's been hanging in these other races, I think she's just got a little bit better sustainable run against this group. But I will go at least 2 or 3 deep in here in my multi-race gimmicks. Just a little bit of a protect move. Right.
Well, she is dropping out of a grade 2, grade 3 company. We saw the Gary Capuano mare yesterday with that broken bridle.
Yeah, we had liked her. Yes.
Yep, dropping out of, that's right, you had her on top, dropping out of grade 3 company, and she got the money yesterday in our 3 other than allowance feature. So the 5 Esquisse going to be tough to beat. I use her in my exacta. You have to respect her. I have the 3 in my top 3 here. Jumpin' Nancy, Mario Pino, and Susan Cooney. A nice win last out on the synthetic. I think this filly by Jumpstart, I think she's going to like going long on the turf. She proved she liked going long last out on the synthetic. Her last time on the turf, 5.5 here at Laurel Park against a other than allowance company. She rallied from off the pace that day. She was 14 back down the backstretch, and she rallied that day to finish 3rd. So I think the 3, Jumpin' Nancy, live here at a big price. I think she's going to like the 2 turns on the grass.
Well, especially if you think, Conjecture, the speed, So Innocent, and Enthrall kind of maybe get tangled up. She's been sprinting on the turf, and she's just kind of a stayer at the 5.5 furlong distance. But that little push last time at the mile on the synthetics gives her a little bit more bottom. Yeah, could definitely hang around. One of those sneaky horses maybe laying that 3rd and 4th spot in the Superfectus. Yeah.
Question. I have a question on the 1 Conjecture. You like her a little bit, and this is kind of one of your pet peeves. What are they trying to make her a turf horse for?
Correct.
They made a buckets full of money with this. It was a real nice claim for Noah Abramson and Harbortown Stable. They won a bunch of money on the main track. She did run a good second sprinting on the turf back in May, but maybe she didn't like the yielding turf course last out. They want to give her one more shot, but I don't
totally agree. She looks to me a better horse on the dirt. Right. This turf course yesterday, if you were up close, that was your best fortune was coming out, just off of it or on the lead. I think she's going to be forward in here. But you're right. That is a pet peeve of mine. It's a shorter field here. I do think she'll carry them at least to the head of the stretch.
All right. I might have knocked her right into the winner's circle there in the 5th. So, yeah, I like these big features we have right in the middle of our card. It anchors the early pick 5. It kicks off the rainbow pick 6. Let's take a look here at race 6. We start the late pick 5 in race 6. Nice carryover today, a few bucks shy of 5,400 in today's late pick 5 carryover with that industry low 12% takeout. You know the bettors are going to attack this today. I have a ticket, a $40 play. Let's take a look. Race 6 scratches down to 5 horses. It's a maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs on the main track. I hit the all button in race 6. I'm using all 5 runners in race 6. Race 7 is a wide open maiden 10 filly and mares going 5.5 on the main track. I go 4 deep there with the 3, 4, 7, 8. That's a weak group there. Then I use a couple singles. Race 8, and we have some video spotlights on these horses. Yes. In race 8, I like the 7, Not in Jeopardy for Ann Merriman and Jevion Toledo. I single on that runner. And then race 9, a nice starter allowance going a mile in the bowl green. I like the 6, Maru's Raven from the Maldonado barn with Eddie Gonzalez aboard. So I have a couple key horses on my late pick 5, and then if I'm live going into the last race, I have some good coverage there. That's a wide open 16,000 filly and mare 2 Life going 6 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course. I like the Claudio Gonzalez horse in there on top, the 9, Jumpstart My Heart at 6-1, but I also like the 3, 4 in the 7. So there's my ticket, $40 play. I know you like the late pick 4 starting in race 7. Well, let's take a look here at race 6, and I don't have as many. I don't have my pedigree notes like I did here for the opener in race 6. So just going by works and breeding and connections I know here for race 6. I go with the 5, Bye Birdie on top, filly by alternation for Hammy Smith. Her debut was pretty good. They bet her down to one of the favorites that day. It was a small field, maiden special weight. It was in the mud, so you had a small field in the mud. Now you have a different, it's still a small field, but on a fast track. But Bye Birdie with a good-looking debut. Victor Carrasco stays aboard. Well, let's show the stat. All right, we have the stat on Sanguine. They want to show you it's a nice stat for Grand Motion and Augustin Stable.
Okay, I agree with you. Bye Birdie. She's the only one that's running this race. Strong debut. Really like the way she ran. Here's a little stat on my top selection of 3, Sanguine for Motion and Augustin Stable. How about this over the last 5 years? This owner-trainer combination, 5 for 18 and 12 for 18 in the money with 2-year-old firsters. ROI of 536. That speaks volumes. Augustin, you don't run a lot of young horses, right? I mean, they kind of let them develop a little bit.
Yep.
So the younger ones, they got to be showing something if they're going to let them roll here at 2. Sanguine, out of a mare, initiation was 2 for 3 at the age of 2. Galloped by 10 in its debut run at Laurel. Okay, so we got a little connection here to Laurel Park out of this mare initiation. Full Brother was unraced. Now, the other siblings did their best on synthetic and turf, but I think the quality road is going to put this horse over the top on the dirt. But clearly, the one to beat, Bye Birdie. Sharp speed, rushed up into a good pace, kept on very well. Helen, the winner, came back to run second in an allowance. One of these two. Yep.
All right, let's see the picks here for race 6. I have the 5, 4, 3, 8. Who do you have on top?
3, 5, 4, 8.
All right, there you go. The 3. All right, Georgie Vargas aboard for Motion. You showed that stat there. So top connections, well-bred filly. You have to like the 3. You have to like the 5, Bye Birdie, right? You have to like that runner. The 4, Nightlife for Eddie Coletti by Into Mischief. She's been working okay up there at Park. Joan Rosado will ride. Eddie Coletti, he's 22% with first-time starters. You have to like that filly as well.
Yeah, all 4 foals out of this mare are winners. I have the Big City Blues, a horse we've seen run around here Into Mischiefs. He can get a horse to win early. And the 8, it's a shorter field. I guess we got a couple, maybe we're scared of somebody in here. But the field that's left is well-bred 2-year-old fillies. Look at this bottom horse, the 8, Abu, by Union Rags out of a mare, Madalena. Well, she was only 4 for 12. Ran upwards of 100 buyer figures. Abu is a half to Burn Identity, 6 for 13, made 800,000. 5 for 10, sprinting on the dirt. The Hardest Way, a horse we saw run around here that had a lot of speed. You did the right thing, I think, here. You went all, right?
I hit the all button.
I
hit the all
like
button.
that call. in race 6.
There's the only other filly we haven't talked about, the two,
the
Comfy and
Matt's horse,
Cozy by Curlin. That's a productive family on the dam side. Who's Cozy? I guess she's got a bunch of runners running around here, right?
Half to Who's in Town. You remember that horse?
Yep.
And it was 1 for 4 at 2. Ended up 4 for 11 sprinting on the turf. Did Who's in Town dirt sprints and ran upwards of the lower 80s. So any one of these horses, I like them. We get a nice assemblage. I wish we had a little bit more in here, but a solid field, well-bred horses. And this is the product we're getting now.
Yep.
This product in Maryland, it just keeps going up and up and up, especially with these maidens, these younger horses.
You had a good point. There might be a freak in here, and that's why we had 3 scratches.
Yeah.
So maybe check the early tote board. If there's
exactly.
a big early punch, you see somebody open in 1 to 9, they might be something special. That might be the horse everybody's ducking here in race 6. All right, let's take a look here. Race 7, we're going to speed through the late pick 4. You like the late pick 4 today? I imagine you have to go real deep in race 7. This is a wide open maiden 10 filly mares, 5.5 on the main track. Let's check out your late pick 4 ticket.
All right, $24 ticket. We're not going to elaborate too much. 1, 3, 4 to get you started like the firster. The 4, Angelina Star in race 7, 4 deep in the 8th. 3, 7, 8, 14. Some value abounds in that one. 9th race, 2 deep with the 4 and the 6. The Tortoise back to a firm turf course. And in the 10th, the 2, Scar-Free, possible speed. And the 5, Bourbon Street Lady, maybe hedging back to one of her better races. $24. We're going to fly through these last 4 races.
Well,
Let's roll, Stan.
You got some nice prices there. Let's take a look at the first leg of this late pick 4. Race 10, maiden 10, race 7. Maiden claiming 10,000. Filly mares 3 and up, 5.5 on the main track. A soft group for sure. I go with the 3, Lonely Drifter on top. Hammy Smith trains this filly. Alex Cintron will ride for the first time today. Her lone dirt try against Maiden, 40,000 last June. Showed a little speed that day and got a little tired. Finished in okay 5th. That was against Maiden 40. A much easier group today for the 3, Lonely Drifter.
I loved her last time. Needed her 1-2, just couldn't get up there late. Now another drop down concerns me, but proven on the dirt surface. My top selection is going to be the 4, Angelina Star, 3-year-old filly by Nicanor. Nicanor has not done a whole lot, but what he did is he got this horse's full brother to win a couple races. That's good enough for me. I like the steady improvement in works for Jerry Robb. Over the course of his career, with straight 3-year-old maiden claimers, he's about 27, 28% overall. I like that. Here for the 4, Angelina Star.
All right, we like some same horses there in the 7th race. Race 8, a nice first level allowance contest for filly and mares 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game turf course rail at 17 feet. We have a video spotlight to show you. We both like the 7. I make the 7 not in jeopardy, my best bet of the day. Here's the video from July 6th against Allowance Company here at Laurel Park.
Now, how about this little run on the turn back? Looking for some room through the stretch, a little inside, a little outside. Watch this run. It just keeps on going willingly to the wire, is not in jeopardy. It actually shifts out late. I tell you, Ann Merriman, she's got some of these turf runners. How about Clever Triad the other day? Whew. Look at this finish when it finally got clear.
Yep.
Went up to Monmouth off of that race. A strong race in the Blue Sparkler. It's getting better and better, not in jeopardy clearly. I think is probably the one to beat in race 8. I go for a little better price. The 3, Miss World Venezuela. There's Bruno Tessori again. 2-back try. That's good enough. That starter, 75. That equates to an A other than for me.
Sure.
This horse is a 5-time winner. You go on the way back page down at Gulfstream in an open 16 race. Back in March, not too far back. That was a dropper from a 2 other than that beat her. She's okay here. Back to Laurel. She's 2 for 2 at Laurel. I expect a good run for her. Another price shot. Don't leave out Dorothy Vaughn. The 2-back try behind What the Beat was pretty good. Showed speed, was shuffled into the turn, came back late. I like this horse at a price.
All right, so nice allowance race there in race 8 to kick off the final pick 3. Race 9, a 25,000 starter allowance contest. Never won 3 is the condition. We're going a flat mile on the bowl game turf course. That was a late change, by the way.
Yeah.
We're on the bowl game for race 9, rail setting at 17 feet. We have a video spotlight to show you. We both like the 6 in here. Let's show you Maru's Ravens a race from July 1st here at Laurel Park. A real good second at this level at a big 22-1.
Oh, yeah, Chateau de Vizille on the far outside, just going to be a little bit better, but this horse makes a good, bold bid right up between horses at the 16th pole. Maru's Raven might have even poked a nose in front late. Very valiant try to the wire. Okay on the off the turf race last time out. Just a different kind of animal the last couple starts.
Yep.
I don't know what to make of it. 77 is certainly strong against this group, but I think the Tortoise back to a firm ground is gonna turn the tables. I think this horse going to run a little bit better than what he did on that softer turf. Made a little run, flattened out a little bit, back to the firm ground for the Tortoise. I think this horse is in the back to the correct condition. If I'm not mistaken, that was a 4 in life last time out.
Yeah, okay, you're right. He was okay, so he gets a good excuse. He was out of condition, he was on a yielding turf.
Yeah.
Now he's back to his condition on a firm turf course. So the Tortoise, I liked him last time. I should like him.
Really disappointed though, didn't he?
Yep. All right, we both like him a little bit. The 1's going to get a nice ground-saving trip from the inside. Bowsprit from Milan Milosevic had a nice win last out. Alex Cintron going to ride his 4-year-old. That was his second race off the layoff, so he looks like Milan has him going in the right direction. Third off the bench today. He should be sitting on a big effort.
Yep, agreed. Outside to inside. We caught that angle yesterday. Let's go to the 10th.
All right, let's go to the 10th.
Spotlight real quick. Top selection here. It's going to be the 2, Scar Free. Let's go to the last race, that optional 25 if we got it for Scar Free. Do we have that on the 20th?
Yep,
yeah, breaking from the outside. Number 12, that just kind of ducks out. Actually, the 14 horse breaking from post 12. Ducked out at the break into a fast pace. Glittering Judy, awfully quick. We're going to watch this one more time. Broke straight right off the bat, then goes ahead and makes a right-hand turn. Corrects to move up, 22 and 4, 45 and 3. And this horse actually makes a pretty good move into Glittering Judy, who we saw win the other day. Watch this on the far outside, number 14 in the pink and blue with the blue cap. And just kind of gliding on up there with Fergal Lynch. I like this move into a good pace against better horses. That's good enough, guys. Drops down a notch today. I know this barn doesn't win a lot, but there's not a lot of early speed in this race. All we need is a good break, and I think Scarfree could take him coast to coast.
All right, I like the horse. Edwin Gonzalez aboard for Tim Shaw. Let's check out our picks here for the 10th. I like the 9 on top. I've liked this horse ever since last year. This will be the second race in the Claudio Gonzalez barn, second race back this year. She by jump start. She's had a couple tries going long on the turf. Now a cut back to 6 furlongs on the turf today. I think that's a beautiful move. Claudio route to sprint. He's 26%. I think the 6 furlongs is going to be right up the 9 jump start. My heart's alley. Kevin Gomez will ride.
You're going to will this filly into the winner's circle, aren't you? I know we've all been chasing her upstairs even as well. Maybe this turn back kind of flattened it, try to make a move into that slower pace. Just couldn't sustain on the yielding turf course. If things get kind of contested up in front, this horse will be rolling late. I also like the 5. Bourbon Street Lady was totally impressed by the debut run. Hasn't been able to put it back, but just like the 2, Scarfree drops down a notch. That's going to be good enough. That horse was very willing to the wire after trouble in the early stages last out.
All right, wide open field there in race 10. Hope you're live in all your will pace. Some nice carryovers today. Starting in the opener, that rolling super high 5. Then the pick 6 is over 12,000. That starts in race 5. The late pick 5 is almost 5,400. That starts in race 6. So plenty of action here today. We're fast and firm. Beautiful weather. Good luck today. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes.
Good luck.